Welcome to Marriage Without Tears channel. Once again, my name is Felix Okeke. I am your marriage counselor and coach. There is an issue that I want us to take a closer look at today, and that is the issue of long-distance relationships. I know that every quality marriage is about shared values, shared bonds, shared affections. It's about the capacity to communicate with one another effectively and effectually. It's about being there for one another. But I can tell you that for some reasons, couples may, decide to separate. Some separations are not entirely negative. It can be positive separation. For instance, a man is appointed to represent his country as a diplomat abroad, and he goes away while leaving the spouse behind in the country. That is a positive separation. A man may also decide to go abroad for greener pastures, hoping that somehow when things are right, he will come and pick up his spouse. There are situations, oh Lord, also when a spouse may be sent abroad or may find himself abroad for further studies or for simply to eke out a living. What of the servicemen out there, people that are in the Navy, in the Army, in the Air Force, in all other paramilitary services, who for one reason or the other are sent on tour of duty abroad to fight a war or to do a battle somewhere or to represent the country somewhere as the military attaché? What about them? I mean, these are separations that happen over a season in marriage, and these are positive separations. So there are so many separations that are not born out of quarrels, out of conflicts. These are there are separations like that. When it happens to you, how do you manage it? That is the subject of our discussion today. If you are yet to subscribe to this channel, please, I want you to do so immediately. There's the red button by my side. Click on it and become a part of this journey, like I always say. And so what are we looking at today? How can you manage separation? How can you manage it effectively so that instead of endangering your marriage, as a matter of fact, your marriage grows out of it? Because if you can keep tag with one another when you are separated, I can tell you that by the time you come back together, your relationship will be even more solid than before. So how do you work on it? How do you get your marriage standing and firmer and better even while you are separated? The first thing you must do is that you must make out time for one another. On a daily basis, it could be an hour in the night or in the evening or first thing early in the morning, or as you just negotiate between yourself which particular time of the day can you afford to talk to one another. It could be on phone, it could be via text, it could be via WhatsApp, whatever means you decide to use. What time that you make available for one another to share in your daily feelings, in your daily activities, in your daily challenges and all that. You need to share that continually and consistently. It will make your marriage firmer. It will make your marriage to grow better. It will make you to continue being warmer towards one another, even while you are still at long distances from one another. It's very, very important. Now, the second thing you must also do is try and sit back and rediscover yourself. Rediscover yourself when you're separated. Many people don't do that. Instead, they begin to get frustrated and begin to, get upset because of the separation. No, see separation as an opportunity to rediscover yourself. See it as an opportunity to sit back and rediscover yourself. There are some certain things in you, some certain values, some certain virtues. There are some certain things you gave up as a result of your marriage because you found yourself living under the umbrella of your spouse. You find yourself, submitting to him or her. Somehow, some certain things, some certain drives, some certain zeal in you were just, kicked away. This is an opportunity. Now that you are no longer together, this is an opportunity to rediscover yourself. There was a time in my own relationship when my wife, for whatever reason, decided that she wanted to step back a little bit and pursue some other things that took her out of our home. She started staying far long, we became apart. And at first, I wasn't too excited about it. At first, I was almost being frustrated. But somewhere along the line, I got back to myself and I began to check myself. And I began to rediscover myself. I saw that as an opportunity to rediscover who I am, to actually rediscover some certain passions that I gave up, some certain things I was doing that I was no longer doing. I began to check back and somehow I rediscovered a new passion. And that passion was in writing. I began to write more. I began to do a little more of study and writing. And somewhere along the line, I discovered that in the moment of our separation, honestly, I ended up writing 2 solid books over a period of months. So you can rediscover yourself. See your separation as an opportunity to rediscover who you are. Because there is something in you which you have not expressed as a result of your marriage for a long time. Now that you're no longer together, see separation as a time to rediscover yourself. Very, very important. The third thing you must do also is find a reason to study a course. Find a course you can study. There are so many online courses today. There are so many even courses you can study without even, entering any gate of a university. All you need to do is sit back, look online, pick a course, and get immersed in it. Begin to study it. Pay ultimate attention to it. Get focused on it. Or you can go and register in one of the National Open University courses, which allows you to study and work at the same time. As you begin to do that, your attention, your focus, it shifts from all the passions and all the things you have been sharing. It shifts. You discover a shift in your focus and you begin to get more serious in your study. I can tell you that by the time you come back together, you discover that you have upgraded mentally. You have also upgraded physically as a result of that separation. You can do that. You can do that. Only if you make up your mind to start now, you can do that. So that is the third thing you must do. Find a course. Find a course, a unique course that you will treasure, that will add value to you. Find a course. Get going. Get study the course. Get interested in that course. Pay attention and begin to get yourself rooted in a particular area of study. By the time you discover it, by the time you know it, you will discover that you have become far better, even as a result of the separation. Once again, if you are yet to subscribe to my channel, please do so immediately. There is a red button by my side. Click on that red button and encourage me. Anytime you subscribe to this channel, you also encourage me in what I'm doing. Thank you very much for subscribing. As we go on, what is the fourth thing you must do in a time of separation? Find a reason to get involved in the spiritual side of life. There is more in the spiritual life than you know. There is so much you don't understand because somehow you are limited because of the focus, the attention. You pay so much attention on your marriage that the area of prayer, the area of fellowship, the area of getting immersed in the things of God, you seem to have played it down. This is an opportunity to wake up. This is an opportunity to be a great intercessor. This is an opportunity to fulfill your call. There is a call of God upon your life. Every man, every woman that is created by God is created to fulfill an assignment. Discover that assignment now and rise up and begin to fulfill them. And I can tell you, as you are doing that, God will also be working on your partner abroad to fulfill his own assignment. By the time you come back together, you come back as fresh and new people. Get involved in the activities of your church. Get involved in activities of a fellowship. Get involved in the things of the kingdom. And I can tell you that you will also become better because of it. This separation is going to add a lot of value to you, I must tell you. Only if you can wake up from your slumber, if you can wake up from your, frustrating and melancholic posture, if you can only wake up and see that this is an opportunity for you to grow. Your separation actually has become your opportunity to grow. That is what I'm telling you even now. So get involved in that. And you become better by your separation. And what is the fifth thing you need to do? If you can only discover a humanitarian cause and get involved in it, there is so much problems and challenges upon the face of the earth that demands people like you getting involved. There are people who are going through childlessness. There are people who are going through pains in marriage. There are people who are going through, sicknesses. There are people who are going through all manner of depravities, alcoholism, child abuse, and all manner of things. There are people who are going through those challenges, and they need a voice like your voice. If you can only provide that shoulder for them to lean on, you will discover a greater purpose than even your marriage. I can tell you that. If you can only discover, if you can only sit back and prayerfully ask God to open your heart to this area, you will discover a cause that is even greater than your marriage. I can bet you that. This is your time. This is your time to sit back. This is your time to become somebody that is greater than what other people think you are. This is your time. This is your time. When that husband or that wife comes back to you, he or she must come back to a vessel that is a winner, a vessel that is a wiser person, a vessel that has gained rather than lost as a result of the separation. That is what I seek to do within this teaching. And finally, the last thing you must do, look for friends that will bring out the best in you. Look for credible friends. I'm not talking of talebearers. I'm not talking of chatterers. I'm not talking of gossipers. I'm not talking of idle men and women. I'm talking of people who add value to society. Prayerfully ask God to bring those people your way. When you get, when you get connected with such people, and I'm talking of people of the same gender, please don't make friends with opposite gender at this period, but because it may take you away from the boundaries of your marriage. So make friends with people that are of the same gender who bring out the best in you. People who will sit with you and discuss the problems of society and how to add value to it. Let me tell you, by the time your man comes back, by the time your woman comes back to you, you will discover that he or she has met somebody that is far greater than he ever thought. This is your time. So don't see your separation as a time of decay, as a time of, melancholy, as a time of frustration. No, see it as a time of growth, as a time of flourishing, as a time of being a better person than you used to be. And I thank God for giving us the audacity to, minister to you on this level. And I believe that you have picked one or two things to do within this period. Thank you very much. But please, before you go, this red button, don't cease to click on it. Click on it and get subscribed. And please share this video with some of your wonderful friends. And I look forward to seeing you next week. Have a wonderful season. God bless you.